Hey everybody, Catch Camper here. Just a quick video on RV tire care. So I have a Class A RV. Has these Goodyear tires on it. These are actually city bus tires if you do research on them. Anyway, tire pressure is very important. Not just on the RV, but on your car also. So one of the things I just recently did is I got this tire minder system. So this is a sensor. And it has a little nut behind it that locks it in place. They call it an anti-theft nut. I'm not too worried about my nuts getting, my sensors getting stolen. Excuse that. But I don't want these things to work loose and then drain all the air out of my tire. So I go ahead and put them on. If you haven't taken the hubcaps off of a vehicle like this, this is a hubcap. So this is the front one. It has a notch right here for where that air sensor goes. Now I can't unscrew that with the hubcap on. So that's the one reason I got the tire minder system, is I couldn't. It's so hard to check the pressures because you got to take all the hubcaps off and everything. And this way I can use this unit right here. And it just cycles through the different tires. That 33, that's my Jeep. I put it on that too. That saved me on my last trip, but it just cycles through. You can program this. Man, if you have 100 tires on your vehicle, that's an exaggeration, but if you have 20 tires on your vehicle, you can have a sensor on each one. You can have like 4 different trailers. So you see I'm going through, I'm setting all my tire pressures to 83. I've got three of the sets of wheels done, and I just have the back left to do. Anyways, once you get this hubcap on, it's held on with these special lug nuts. See, this one has a little gash in it, so they have some sort of indication on the two that hold it on. So don't be trying to loosen these like I did when I first got them. I didn't know. I had the instructions, you know, the manuals don't tell you anything on an RV. It comes with a crappy tool. Mine broke right away. Maybe it was operator error. Maybe it's because it was a piece of junk. They make these things that look like tongs. I got a pair of those. Those don't do anything. See, I'm not tightening it down tight, but you want this thing rattling around, and God forbid if it ever came off and hurt somebody. So it's more than finger tight, but it's on there, and my tire pressure's there. This thing here, it also does temperature. We were towing our Jeep last time, and one of the tires, man, it went up to like 145 degrees. You could see there was like a 5-pound difference between the two tires. And so I think towing it, that one side that was high was kind of getting tugged sideways, and it was really overheating. When I pulled over, I equalized the pressure, and then it worked great. So the tire pressures are important. If that's happening, man, when you see this thing, your tire pressures go up to over 100 degrees. I mean, your pressures will go up 10 to 20 psi from what you originally start on a cold tire, and the temperatures go right up there too. So I have this tire minder system. It's actually battery operated. I drove 6 hours and it still had like 3/4 on it, so it'll last a long time. Compressor I use. This is a good compressor. This Viair. This one has unlimited cycle time. Some of them, if you run it like 30 minutes, you got to let them cool off. This one, you don't have to worry about that. And it also, this is an RV, the model number's 450 RV automatic. But so max duty cycle is 100%. Flow rate's 1.8 cubic feet per minute. Max pressure 150 psi. So these tires can go up to 130, but the sticker says 82. And so you want to make sure you have a compressor that's big enough for your tires. So I've done all the others. I just have one more tire in the back to do. You can, let's see where we're at on that. You can cycle through the tires you want, otherwise it just automatically. Yeah, so these back right tires are both at 80. So I'm going to equal them both up to 83. You can see on the left side, those are both 83, and both fronts are 83. So I'll get those back two tires at 83 psi. We'll be ready for our trip tomorrow. I'm looking, maybe you guys didn't see any of that. So you can just cycle through the different axles. And like I say, that's my toad, and I'll work on the pressures there too. My back axles are 36, 36, 34, 33. I might just bring that front left up to 34 and be happy. Alright, thanks for watching this quick video. Catch Camper. Oh yeah, so this kit I have has two nice long extension hoses, hooks to your battery. It has this pressure gauge. I like this, this screws on, so with these big tires, I had one tire back there with 72, so you screw that on, you keep fill, let go, fill, let go. When you want to check the pressure using that thing though, you got to relieve the pressure here so that the gauge will read accurately. But it does have the two hoses, it has this, it has a nice carry bag, everything goes in nice and neat, and you have this attachment too. With my dualies and stuff, this thing works, but today I'm using the other one, and I think that's everything that comes with it. An extra filter. So just a quick update on a good way to monitor and keep track of your tires is how it hooks to the battery. Thanks for watching, catchcamper.com. Hey, one more thing, we'll see where I stick this in the video, I forgot. So on the dually, this is my inner tire, so it's on this extension. These things are heavy, so you can't just have them on, they'll flap all over the place, they'll damage it, and then you'll get a flat. So you got to have some sort of keeper that kind of holds it in place. There's another type of sensor too that you don't have to take off. It's a flow-through sensor, but they're a lot bigger, and I have the space constraint, so those just don't work for me, and I got to take all this crap apart anyway. When I take this off and I take this cover off, this will slide right through that little hole, so I don't have to undo that every single time. Other thing, I damaged my two nuts on this one. So that's the nut underneath, and I bought these caps, but they don't lock in place like the original ones, so I just kind of snap them in place when I'm in between. And so now I just take my wrench and take those things off. Thanks again from catchcamper.com.